Morning.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
I'm good.
Very, very good.
You hear it? Hear an echo. Say something now, Michael.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
That's better. There was
Better?
there was an echo.
Oh, okay. I think Hernandez is going to be on soon. He just hung up with me, so he should be in shortly.
So once Rich gets on, I'm just gonna have you guys just look straight at the camera, and then I'll do my intro thing,
Yep.
the topic, all that good stuff, and then we'll start the process. I'll also do a screen share at that time too. Let me get that up. Let's see, it's our screen. Share. There you go. Can you see that?
Yep, better. Screen share allow me to, look at it. That's good. Thank you.
Yep.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. How about yours?
Great. Ate a lot. Went to my
As I said,
sister's house and then went to my in-laws. So we ate like 2 days straight. So
yeah, it was good. My daughter came in from Newport Beach area, so she was staying with us, and I dropped her off this morning. So that's always sad, it goes so fast.
yeah. Actually, I used smart to have her go home this morning instead of yesterday. I bet you yesterday was horrible. Every try to go home. Today is probably much better.
Much better, and I think we want to try to maximize the time because
Oh,
there was no price difference. What I do is always book one way, because you just never know if something happens where they don't make it out or they need to get back sooner. And there really wasn't any price difference booking it for Sunday versus Monday versus Tuesday. So just pick Monday. All right. Rich.
Matt.
There we go. All right. So Rich, again, what I'm gonna do here is I've already got the screen share. Can you see the presentation? I'll switch over to where it's bigger size, but here, let me just test with you, make sure you can see it. Where are we? How about now? Can you see that better, Rich?
Yep, much better.
All right.
Yep,
Okay.
I can see that.
All right. So I'm coming back over to us. So what I'll do here is let's start. As soon as I say 3, 2, 1, just stay quiet. Look at the camera, and then I'll do the intro, and then we'll start, with kind of the intro piece, and start with Michael. That's where you'll see me then have up the presentation, help guide us through kind of our story and our Q&A through this process. All right.
So Matt, you just gonna facilitate and guide us, right? Just kind of tell us.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll
facilitate it and ask questions and so forth as well. But what we'll do, like we talked about before, is I'm going to have I'll do the quick intro, and then Michael, as the founder and CEO, I'll have you kind of do a quick piece on you. Rich can do his piece, and then Michael will go back to you to kind of talk about the pain in the market, and this is what drove you, and that's where you and Rich will start interacting and having some conversation, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I thought to Rich, we are gonna ping each other when we want to hand it back and forth.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
the two of us, so.
Yeah. Just do a natural transition.
Yes. Okay.
Good. All right. Let me get the voice piece going. Good morning. This is Matt Slonaker with my podcast, Growth in Action. And I'm pleased this morning to have two innovators in the mortgage lending space with me. They're also teammates as we are looking at raising some funds and some money to launch our LendTech Nexus platform. And so I've got the founder and CEO, Michael Wilson, and then Rich Hernandez, our Chief Product Officer, with us here this morning. So Michael and Rich, welcome. And then Michael, why don't you do a quick intro into yourself, turn it to Rich, and then we'll go through our story this morning.
Sure. Good morning. Thank you, Matt. I'm Michael Wilson. I am a mortgage industry veteran. I have been in this space for over 20 years, taking positions like CIO, CISO, CTO for several companies, including Option One Mortgage, Plaza Home Mortgage, Loan Depot, and Impact Mortgage. Been through everything from the beginning to the end. So I'm very happy to be here, and hopefully I can offer some insight on the technology and the processes that will be required for companies to start growing again. Happy to be here. Rich, over to you, please.
Thanks, Mike. I'm Rich Hernandez. I'm also a mortgage veteran, probably somewhere close to 18 to 20 years now in the mortgage industry. All various positions from business analyst, project manager, most recently the product owner for our wholesale division when I was at my time with Loan Depot. It's definitely an interesting industry when it comes to the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of how the cycles work. Getting back, I think, one of the things that I did really well was we were working with the business to really understand the operational needs, and that allowed me to be able to take that knowledge and build technology solutions that were innovative around those problems and really help advance the business. So thanks for having us on here, Matt.
Thank you. And Rich, you kind of set us up for our first part of this, which is talking about what made us kind of get LendTech Nexus and what are the problems that we're seeing. So Michael, I'll start with you, sir, and I have a slide up to kind of assist in this as well. But Michael, your thoughts on some of the problems and the pain?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Matt. Well, I mean, as you can see on the screen, there are multiple problems, and between Rich and I will walk you through each one and provide some perspectives for it. Well, let's start out with cybersecurity threats. As we all can see, the last couple of weeks, there has been several data breaches into different mortgage companies. And as a keeper of customer data, mortgage companies have always been at risk for cybersecurity threats. And from our experience, at time when companies are facing with this, they either are not equipped to have the right mortgage professionals, the right cybersecurity professionals, or the right engineering professional to help them put together policy, procedures, tools, and processes to prevent external threats and attacks. Oftentimes, they would find an engineer and say, "Tag you are the cybersecurity expert," and that's not adequate. And throughout this presentation, hopefully we can highlight some of the best practices, the do's and don'ts that would help companies have a better postures on how they can prevent external attacks, also internal threats from taking their business down. I think that's a cybersecurity threats that everybody needs to be aware of, and also take some action immediately to help prevent them from happening. With that, Rich, you want to take on the next topic on the compliance?
Yeah, I think if you take a look at the 6 problems that we have up there, they're all very interrelated. Cybersecurity, skilled talent, being able to integrate with those 2, regulatory compliance relating to cybersecurity. So all of these problems are all intertwined. So when we look at regulatory compliance specifically, there's numerous challenges that lenders will face, based on the complexity of the laws and the lending process, evolving regulations, the need to ensure for fairness and transparency and consumer protection. There's many different regulations. Obviously, the big ones are the Truth in Lending and the Real Estate Settlement Procedure Act, RESPA, and ECOA. So when you look at all of these compliance-related topics, there's many different factors that you have to look at. There's privacy and data security concerns that you need to take care of. money laundering and anti-money laundering and fraud prevention, compliance needs. There's state level regulations. Every state's a little bit different on how they treat some of that stuff. So when you look at all the different state regulations, those have add a layer of complexity for lenders that operate in multiple states. And then constant regulatory changes. So I mean, it's almost it is a full-time job for people to keep up with the regulatory changes and understand what's coming and what needs to be adopted. You have vendor management is also part of that, right? So you have third-party vendor oversight that you need to take a look at, because you're responsible for all of your lender affiliates that are doing stuff on your behalf. Things like, you know, escrow, appraisal, those types of things. If you have mortgage brokers, there's always that risk of, you know, protecting the borrower's data. So I think when you look at some of that stuff, there's some ways that you can mitigate some of those challenges. And then obviously those are part of the problems. Is, you know, investing in technology is one of the things that you can do to help with that. You have internal audits that can go through and make sure that you're in compliance. And regular training, and again, that ties back to skilled talent and retention, is going through and making sure that you're doing regular training for those associates that are protecting your customer and the company.
Yeah, I think some of the recent mortgage profitability data that's been coming out every quarter this year especially is kind of keying in on one that resonates with me the most is the operational scalability. I continue to see, like when the rates were dropping about a month ago, a month and a half, with the first rate cut, and it was actually maybe even a week before the rate cut, you were seeing mid-size, not so much the larger size firms, but the smaller mid-sized players, I saw them kind of touting again, like, hey, we need staff, we need these positions, we need these recs and so forth. And so a little frustrating there. And I think this is where that pain was kind of resonating, because there was still this focus on getting manual labor to come in and help with, you know, a very slight spike in the volumes. So just my take on some of the pains and the problems that we're seeing. Michael, anything else here, sir?
Well, yeah, Matt, you know, you're so right, because I mean, as we all know, the mortgage business is mostly a commoditized business, meaning that you have to compete to gain the customers upfront. Okay, you know, you can do that through, could be a multi-channel strategy, or you can have personal relationship to bring the customers. But once you have the customers in active loan files running around, you know, you have to have a way to automate your internal process, your operational scalability and optimization to get the loan through the process faster, more accurately, and also create a good customer experience that nowadays customers want to have that. About 10, 15 years ago, you know, you do that through pocket of automation, maybe through a good AU engine, or maybe through some internal improvement of your processes. Nowadays, you can actually use stuff like AI advancement. You can use robotic RPA. You can use many other technology advancements to really optimize your processes. I mean, you still have human in the loop, but you do this strategically, where you might have, okay, most of the process you go through could be automated and be very efficient. And then at the end of the process, you might have a underwriter to do the final underwriting review, and then you can push it through to approval. So there's a lot of opportunities for companies to use technology and improve processes through AI, through automation, through other means of technology, to really achieve the operational scalability and excellence that would make your company head and shoulders above the competitions if they are still doing manual processes. And also, you know, that go back to the skill talent gap. Many people, especially in technology, have left the business because now they go work for other segment that might be more stable, that pay more maybe. It's tough to bring those technologies back. Also, I think let's go the same for underwriters and compliance and, you know, front office, back office processors. So you can solve your skill talent gap by having more and timely automation through your processes to gain that advantage, that you don't need to flood your company with a lot of low-level laborers to do that like the old days. Now you can do that smartly and using the right technology to get there. So hopefully through this next slide here, we can talk to you about how we can help you do that.
So good lead in there, Michael. So Rich, I think we're going to turn to you, sir, as our Chief Product Officer, to kind of talk through this module components that we have up here.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, I think when we look at the engage portion of our product, what we're really trying to do is kind of solve that problem, as it comes to customer adoption and retention. That part is going to be key, and that ties back in with all those other problems that we had seen. When you want to do your customer adoption piece, you have the complexity of the mortgage process. So what we want to do is try to break that down for the company to make it a simpler process for them, as well as setting some good expectations on the customer behalf as far as what they're going to be looking for when they're applying for a loan. There's obviously plenty of competition out there, so you want to make sure you build trust and transparency with your borrowers, and that market for the engage piece is really where we're going to try to drive some of that technology.
Sure. Yeah. Let me add more to it. I mean, as you can see here, these 5 modules here are integrated. It is customizable. We can build it to accommodate your standard or customized processes. The engage, we have a way to integrate to multiple dialer, for example, Genesis or Dialpad or Nice, where you can have your retail business doing dialers or different call campaigns, call in and out. We can do that for you. If you have a point of sale system available, we can integrate it to the POS platform. If not, we can build it for you. It is omni-channel, so we can create a dynamic customer interface that will provide flexibility for you to engage with different customer segments. But it also improve customer experience, because now a customer can look at his or her loan status on any devices, either a laptop or on the iPhone, or could be a phone calls, whatever. But then once we finish that, now the application become a loan file. We can go to the next module, which is a flow, where we have integration and automation to the leading iOS platform like Encompass or Empower, or other iOS platform. Now you can use the AI automation to really streamline your processes and hopefully reduce the numbers of days it takes to approve a loan from what's a typical 20, 30, 45 days to weeks. So the faster it go through, also, and also help you minimize human errors, right? You don't have a dozen processors or underwriter touching the files. Now you can do it through automation. And then once you do that, you can prepare the loan once it's approved for resale to the secondary market. So the process is end to end, which help you get the loan from an application to an approved loan, and then get the customers on their way quicker. The optimized option right there is, now that you have a way to run your core business, you still need to have a support system where you have to create your back office, your payroll, your HR, your vendor management, your commission payment, maybe your broker portal, stuff that you will need to build over time to run a comprehensive lending business. We can customize those solutions for you. We can bring in third-party application and integrate your data to those applications and vice versa to help you run your business better. And the last 2 modules that we talk about, the shield, is of course everything will be protected through our cybersecurity practice, policy, tool, processes, because you can do the first 3 things right, the engage, the flow, and optimize, great. But if you cannot protect your customer data, it's not going to be good. And of course, the core is your infrastructure and other support that you need to run your entire technology platform on top of that. So you see here, this 5 modules here are what you need to run a successful operation end to end, from the customer engagement up front to the end, where you can sell that successful loan file to investors, but yet maintain the data through analytics and reporting, so you can go back and gain the customers on the repeat fashion, or you can go and break into new markets, or you can do data analysis to make sure that you deploy your training or your marketing dollars the right way. So everything here is built to help you get to lending faster and create better customer experience between you and your customers.
Yeah, and Michael, I think we're going to talk about this at the very end as far as the call to action
Mhm.
for people listening to this to engage with us. But I think the way the 5 modules line out, it's the way to attack a diagnostic in a strategy session as well. Like really go deep into each one of these areas, really help validate where the pains are and how you should prioritize as you look at your plan for 2025. Trying to attack the entire 5 module that you see here is probably not best for a mid-size or above player. Smaller companies may be trying to get in. Totally different approach. You could really attack the whole 5 module strategy and diagnostic, but we'll talk a little bit about that at the end. So let's move on to our ideal customer. And you heard us through this kind of talk about some of this, but we're really looking to help, starting in the far left, on my left, the mortgage executives and operators, smaller brokers, operations, and as far as the executives, again, chief information officers, chief technology officers, those chief security officers. Those are really the 3 personas, customers that engage with Dragon9 to help implement this concept that we're talking today. Existing mortgage companies, again, probably mid-size. If you're looking at the top 100 rankings in volume, we're really probably talking those that are ranked 50th and below. That fit in that customer segment and ideal customer profile. And then we mentioned the brokers as well. So that's really who we are helping with this at this time. Rich or Michael, anything else you want to add there?
Rich, you want to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take some of this, Mike. I think when we look at the existing mortgage companies, I think you're right, Matt, on the kind of 50 and below. Although I think when you look at the mortgage landscape, that number may kind of shift a little bit, just because you probably have the top 5 to 10 lenders are doing 90+% of the business. So it could be somewhere above the 50 mark, but I think anyone that's looking to solve some of those problems or those challenges, would be ones that we would want to be talking to and have them come to us and see if we can help them find a solution for those problems. Mortgage brokers, especially, I think most of those shops, from my experience, have been very small with limited IT resources. So anything that they can do to also protect their customers' data, because in the end, the lender is really the one doing the transaction, but the mortgage broker is doing all the upfront data collection. So when you talk about mortgage brokers, I think almost every mortgage broker, small to large for the most part, would be a potential customer as well.
Yeah, great. And I wanted to add some color too. I think we all hope that rate will go down this coming years and the next few years. And as we all know, when rate go down, there's a lot of new players that will enter into the lending space. And the first ideal customer profile are the mortgage executives and operators that are currently on the sideline waiting to re-enter the market. And I think the most complex and most expensive, the longest time that you will need to do is to rebuild your technology stack. And this is where we can help get you going right away. For the existing mortgage companies, right now you are playing defense, right? You try to survive. You're trying to do much more with less. You might have lost your technology team for the most part, and now you want to grow again. Well, again, technology is the most complex and expensive thing for you to undertake to grow again. We can help you accelerate that process and get you to the right technology to make sure that you can grow with strength, with confidence, and know that your data is protected. And of course, the mortgage brokers, they're small, but you know what? The small brokers are ideal for cyber attacks. If I'm a cyber criminal, I go attack the mortgage brokers on there because I know that they don't have any cybersecurity protection. I know that they have customer data, and if I can attack a mortgage broker, I can use that as a portal into a larger mortgage lenders, right? So I think that's easy. So to me, the mortgage brokers need to protect their customers' data, but also need to protect their business by having the right technology, especially the right cybersecurity protection to ensure that their business is safely guarded and the customer data is safely guarded without any compromise. And that's important.
Thanks, Michael. So Michael, how are you looking at our competitive advantage with what we're talking about here?
Yeah, I think, there's a couple. For one is I believe that our team has the experience in this space. Myself, Rich, and other colleagues, we have been in the mortgage business for 20 plus years on the average. So we've seen the mortgage business go high and low. We understand the evolution of the technology. We know what works and we know what doesn't work, being as former CIO, CISO, and other executives. So we understand how the technology worked in this space. So I think that's one competitive advantage, where we are not selling or giving you solution purely from a OEM sell perspective. We are also mortgage practitioners and executives, so we know what are the pain points and what's good about it. So I would say, I mean, you look at the slide here, we can provide everything that says here, ranging from giving or helping you create that great customer experience to allow the customer to say, hey, look, I love to work with this company because they give me the flexibility and the power to do business with them the way I want to do it. I think that's great. And they are also, very, very efficient. They protect my data. They give me the best customer service that I enjoy, so I can refer them to my other friends and family member. I would say, having intelligent automation and analytics also help the company make better decisions going forward. I mean, as you grow, of course, you want to make sure that you grow the right way, and grow the right way, meaning that you don't have to hire an army of people just to grow through the old days. Now you can grow your business by using strategically deploy technology solutions that mix in with the right set of staffing. Now you can have the flexibility to grow into something that is more stable, more dynamic, also more durable for the future. We're just going to say, oh, I'm going to go hire a bunch of people to grow, and then when I don't grow, I will let them go. I think that's not a good approach. And also, number 4, they're streamlining the loan origination. I would say using the right technology like AI that we can provide to you will help you streamline and gain productivity and efficiency to your internal processes, and that's how you can, get a loan that's go through the process smoothly. You can sell it to the secondary marketing, portfolio much better, and you don't have a lot of buyback because there's less mistakes and they are more efficient, so you can get more out of it. So there's a lot of stuff that we feel that we can provide or help companies gain their competitive advantage through our experience as mortgage operators, mortgage technologists, and we also have the technology to really help company grow and be dynamics, the right way, instead of trying to use the same old thing that they use, that they do in the past. That doesn't quite work nowadays. So
Totally agree there. And Michael, we didn't touch on this up front when we were going through the modules, but I think the other key piece here is the network of suppliers that we have behind us. And so do you or Rich want to kind of just briefly give a sampling of the partners?
Sure. Yeah, let me take that quickly. I think that's part of our competitive advantage, because we have partnerships with many cybersecurity providers, OEMs, companies, network, telecommunication, dialer, contact centers. So basically, based on your size and your business processes, we can bring you the right solution with proven results and solutions from multiple world-class partners. So we can do that for you from day one. So you don't have to waste time and money and hire people to go find out, who who should I use, who should I talk to do certain things. We would do that for you because we have the partnerships in place already, and we have the experience to help you select the right third-party vendors. We also understand the range of mortgage third-party provider, going from payroll to W2, to everything else you need. So we can integrate with everybody that run credit, flood, whatever. So that way, you don't have to spend money and time figuring out how should I talk to these vendors, because there's too many of them. We would be your centralized technology integrator to help you do everything there. From both system platform to software application to customization, we'll do everything for you.
The one handshake, right, Mike?
Yeah, the one neck to choke, right? But basically, you can focus on growing your business, gaining customer market share, and we will do everything else to allow you to do that without spending a lot of time and money on the technology stuff. We would be that partner that you want to work with.
And I think that, I kind of led Michael into this. You can see on this slide here, the partnerships and alliances. That's what we were just talking about. We gave kind of the intros up front with Michael and Rich. And so, Michael, any other executive leader here that you want to just briefly touch on?
No, I mean, you see here, I mean, like I said, our team has a lot of experienced mortgage technologists from both the technology, but to the operational cybersecurity and risk perspective. We have experienced chief risk officers, chief compliance officers. We have people that have put together enterprise data centers for mortgage companies. We have people that can help you grow from a single office to a nationwide operations, where you have both wholesale, retail, and correspondent. So we understand how mortgage companies from both the origination and servicing side grow. So our team, these folks here are just a tip of the iceberg. We have other team members that have spent many years in the mortgage business also. So we are very confident that we understand the business. We can provide the solutions and the technology edge that you're looking for to help you grow your business.
Thanks, Michael. And so here we go. So Rich, I'll give you the floor here, buddy, to talk about maybe just some of the case studies and some examples of the value that we're adding.
Yeah, I think when you look at Dragon9, Mike had mentioned that the leadership team and the staffing that we have covers many areas. Obviously, cybersecurity is very costly when that happens. Having those types of people on board that can hit the ground running, make sure that your data is protected, and give you the right kind of protections that you need for the type of business you're working on. Enterprise software development, obviously we want to make sure that we're building the right solutions for you and giving you the opportunity to be very collaborative with us, so we can customize a solution that fits your needs. So it's not a one size fits all type of scenario. Whether you're in-house, having people come into the office, or you're working remote, we want to make sure that that you have those software development pieces that are scalable, as well as fully functional, whether they're remote or in office, or extended to your broker partners. Mike, you want to go ahead and take the CIO assignment?
Yeah, Mike, besides provide you with the strategic solutions like cybersecurity or enterprise software development, we can also supplement your team with experts. For example, you might say, I'm a growing company and I need some technology help. We can give you that resources for ranging from a project manager, or a system engineer, or a cybersecurity analyst, whatever you need to help get you going, and then up, all the way up to the CIO level, where you say, you know what, I need a technology leader to help me strategize and put a plan together, just to make sure that I do the right thing to grow my company. We have experts that can provide process improvement and re-engineering. For example, let's say if you are a company, you might say, oh, I am small now, but I want to grow and I want to build out my retail call center. And I don't know which lead sources I should go to, or I don't know which dollar should I use. I used to use internal developed dollar, but now I want to go to an enterprise grade dollar. Is Genesis the right way? Is 8x8 the right way? So we can help you get to the right business processes using the right technology blend to ensure that you give your customers the best experience. And also, from the other technology area, I mean, let's say you say, hey, I want to put my application on the cloud. Do I go to Azure? Do I go to Amazon Web Services? This all depends on how you want to do it, and we can, we will be there to advise you and give you the right advice and solution to optimize your spending and to get the most out of it for you. This case studies are just a small snapshot of what we've done, because we have a wide range of customers that we can cite, but just reach out to us, and we are more than happy to talk to you and kind of give you our initial assessment and hopefully get you going.
Yeah. So Mike, we're at the point now where just kind of tee this up about the halfway mark, about what's the call to action. So people that are listening to this, you're in the mortgage industry, you're kind of fitting in the customer segments we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
We like to get our skin in the game and partner.
Sure.
It's another differentiator versus larger firms that have a bigger corporate overhead than what we do. So we can sit here and do proof of concepts, do MVPs, those types of situations. But the strategy, the diagnostic that I kind of mentioned, you want to what's the call to action you would like them to take away from this, and maybe give a sense of what that kind of strategy diagnostic workshop could look like.
Sure, thank you, Matt. I would say we have a couple of call to actions. The first one is, if you would like to engage us to help you do like a health check on your technology spend, where you are. Do you have the right technology? Do you have the right strategy? What actions or what project you should take just to prepare yourself for growth? Please reach out to us. We do a lot of strategic advisory services. You can go to our website at www.dragon9partners.com. The information is there. That's one call to action. The other call to action is we are offering a complimentary cybersecurity assessment to all potential customers, which means if you reach out to us and say, hey, listen, Dragon9, why don't you guys go take a look at what we currently have and tell us if there are potential risks and holes in the way that we have our technology infrastructure. Are we at risk of being attacked? We can work with your internal team, or we can also assist them to really build a quick report to tell you, okay, Mr. Customer, this is what you currently have, and with what you currently have, these are the risks that you might be considering right now, because you might be at risk of losing your customers' data or being breached. So again, reach out to us at www.dragon9partners.com. Book a meeting with our team. We can help you get a cybersecurity assessment going right away. The third call to action is we love to connect with people of like mind. So even if you don't feel that you have a need for our services right now, let's connect, let's stay in touch. So in case you say, hey, I have a solution, or I have a potential challenge, I need to make sure that someone can take a look for me from an outside-in perspective and give me some ideas or recommendations. We love to do that too. So again, just reach out to us through our website, and we love to be of service to you.
Rich, I'll give you the final word too. Any other closing statements, sir?
I think we talked about the call to action. Obviously, I think just even go to the website, set up a meeting. We can have just an introductory call. See if there's something that we can work on together. If there's a need, or potential future need, we can have that conversation and see if there's a way that we can help you solve some of those challenges that you're seeing. Just because I think when you look at all of those challenges that we discussed, it's going to be plaguing almost every lender that's out there, especially those that are just trying to break into the industry. So if you're trying to, get a quick start, as rates go down, you want to jump back into the mortgage business, I think obviously reach out to us and see if we can help you get to the finish line a lot quicker.
All right, Rich. Michael, it was a very informative half hour with you guys this morning. I appreciate it. Again, this is Matthew Slonaker with Growth in Action. We appreciate you all listening to this, and reach out to us on LinkedIn. I'll put our contact information, the website information that Michael just shared, all that will be shared. So thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
He's gone?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
All right.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, I just, I don't usually like talking on the podcast kind of thing, but no, I think it was good.
It's great. I think we convey enough information without getting too technical, too detailed. I think it just shows that we have the credibility to help. Hopefully, when he posts this out, there'll be some contacts.
Yeah, hopefully some of those lenders will reach out and at least have a conversation to see.
Yeah, hey, what do you think? Yep. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Hey, man.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you.